That is a bummer.
Hey everybody, welcome to our YouTube channel. This is our family, and we are off-grid on Friday. Gross!
A few weekends ago, while we were camping, I noticed something was growing inside our water tanks. This is after we had a successful test for contaminants with all those test strips just a few weeks before. So, what could I do? I added some bleach, and I left it for about 24 hours, hoping that would do the trick. We love being off-grid on the weekends as a family. We love spending time together, and we love getting back to nature. But unfortunately, projects like this have to be tackled, but we have to be wise with our time. One thing Karina and I learned very early on with these projects is that our kids do not enjoy watching us work. They get bored quickly, they don't know why they're there, and all of a sudden, this off-grid living gets to be very tedious and very unfun. The most important thing about this whole journey is to spend time together.
Hi, Daddy.
Hey,
Look at the sunset.
I know.
It's so beautiful. It looks like a cartoon.
One of our new rules is, when we're camping as a family, we keep projects to a minimum. If we can't fully involve kids with those projects, one parent has to take the brunt of the kids, while the other parent takes the brunt of the project. And that just splits the family up, and it's not that much fun. On a side note, if you're enjoying our content and would like to continue to follow our progress, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Dude, no freaking way. First time seeing a tarantula on the land. Oh my goodness, that thing is big as my hand. Camping trip, I decided to keep it more about family time and less about project time. So after taking a quick peek into the tanks to see if the bleach did anything, which I couldn't tell whether it did or not, I decided to change these caps out. I'm not sure if these caps are going to help prevent more growth of algae in our tanks, but what it does do is allow for more oxygen to flow through from the top of the tank. That way when water comes out, it comes out in higher and quicker volume. During the week, Karina and I decided that when we came back up, I should try and tackle one of those tanks while she entertained the kids. We couldn't have asked for better weather. The skies and the views just wouldn't stop. Building. Well, time to get to it. So I'm just going to remove the covers on both the tanks, start draining them, and see what we got. And what we got is pretty gross. And I'm not even sure if that's just algae. I thought algae was green, but I digress. We have two tanks, one in the upper property and one down in the lower property where we call the meadow. and they both need to be drained because they both got pretty gross. So, gonna drain them both. Top first, then the bottom. What you're witnessing here is an hour-long time lapse of how long it took to drain those tanks. Through those hoses, it wasn't a quick process. Just like any project, you need the right tool for the job. We got this angled brush for that express purpose. Not only does it have 51 inches of reach, but it changes angles so we can hit all those nooks, crannies, and corners of the inside of these storage tanks. This black cover I'm removing from this water tank is supposed to keep out all the sun rays and prevent the growth of algae. As you can imagine, I am not impressed at this point. This is what we're dealing with. It's time to start cleaning. After a few Google searches, I decided to use a mixture of bleach and dish soap. But unfortunately, I forgot to bring regular Dawn type dish soap, so all we had on hand was Karina's fancy fall dish soap that smelled like pumpkin and spice. I'm not too worried here about how much bleach or soap I'm using. I'm using just enough to keep scrubbing, get it clean, and then I'll rinse all the extra out. As you can tell, this job ended up being really labor intensive. So if any of you watching this video have experience dealing with cleaning tanks like this, I'd love to hear your advice in the comments. So after thoroughly scrubbing every single inch of the interior of these tanks, I decided to take the tank down and do something I've been wanting to do for quite some time. That blue shed on the right of the screen is what we're going to turn into our off-grid bathroom. But what I realized after setting it up for the first time is that I set it up too far away from that shed, and I don't want water lines coming from this tank to that shed with all that space in between. So I decided right here, I'm going to tighten it up. Buddy, time to go. Time to go, buddy. That's a little baby pecker, I think. Bye, buddy. Don't forget, if you're enjoying our content, please like and subscribe. One thing I noticed during this process is that water comes out with some serious pressure. So fast, in fact, that I had to remove it from the tank to let the tank drain and just take turns watering down that meadow. Time to add bleach. Now I'm saying 8. And what I'm referencing is 8 ounces of bleach per 250 to 275 gallons of water. After a little bit more research, I think I should have done in between 10 or 11 ounces. That way it would have been about a quarter teaspoon per gallon for that water storage. Time to clean up, but that hose is a live one. Gotta keep a hand on it. Now that there's fresh water in the tank after that thorough cleaning, bleach has been added, it's time to just put everything back together.